Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we have Spitfire Thursday, everybody. So we have issue 71 of Build This Spitfire Mark 1A. Now, 71, I've heard a few stories about, there's loads to do, I can tell you that now. So like issue 70, we've got loads to do in issue 71. There have been some problems with bits and pieces. Some people have been having difficulties with the issue and everything else like that. So I've studied the parts, I've studied the magazine, studied the instructions and everything else like that. I think I've got a rough idea of how I'm going to do this, and hope to try and make it a little bit easier on myself as well. So I'm going to give this a go and see where we go. Now I've got different camera angles all over the place. Well, I've only got two cameras recording, but I've got different camera angles all over the place, basically trying to film this and get it into shot. If I don't get it into shot, I do apologise, but I will do my best, I promise. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay, so this is on the side camera. I've just got it in a bit of a different position. But what we need to do, we need to train this wire to go down here. And we've got like these tiny bits we got in the last issue that were on sprues. We're going to be gluing these in place to give that a bit of wire tidy. Now, I'm just making sure there's no knots in my wire. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of glue on the pegs because we've got to glue this on. Sorry, the Spitfire is shaking all over the place. If I have a little bit of a difficult issue like this, I do like to make sure I'm ready and prepared. Okay, so said wire in place, and we'll get this tiny clip on it. Right, now that instantly wants to come off, so I'm going to put a clamp on it and clamp it to place. The rudder can still move, fantastic, and I'm going to leave that clamp on there for a while just to make sure that it glues down. Okay, so if I go back to build camera, we're next going to be working on this area here, and these motors that we've been working on, we're going to actually be installing these. Now we need to make sure that the wiring is going down to this front section, so I'm just going to take the wire tidies off them, get it ready. I always keep the wire tidies because they always come in handy for other things. Okay, so I'm going to make sure all the wires are inserted into there, because I believe further down there that's where the circuit board will go. And I'm going to bob this into place. Now it doesn't help that I've just done it, about to put it in the wrong way around. Just take your time with the wiring, you know. Okay, so basically now that's in place. I'm not happy with one of the wires because it's just not going where I want it to go, and it's that troublesome we had this sticker problem with. It doesn't want to go down where it should do, but it is doing now. I've got no twists there, I've got a twist there, I don't like twists. This could just be an hour of me messing with wires. Right, nearly there. I just I like my wiring to be exact. That's better. Okay, and then we can bob that into place. Now that needs securing in, and we're doing that with some PM 2x4mm screws. These seem to be the screws of choice today because we've been sent quite a few of them. So, with that in place, I'm going to put one there. And one at this top corner. Right, I'm just going to move it to me slightly just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And last screw to go in. I might just check those other screws, just make sure there's one that I'm not too happy with. I want to have a just double check. See, that to me right now that's just the side of the engine, don't worry about that. Okay, so still working on this section. We need to get A off the frame, which I've already done. Now A is going to be going on this motor here, and then we want to twizzle the motor around to where it wants to be, and then we need to get D off the frame. This is the smaller that's on the frame, and again we need to put them on so they can go around. Right, okay, now this is where it could come a cropper. Now we've done all them. Next what we need to do is we need to attach now the rudder to the aircraft. So I'm going to take that clamp off. It's done its job, which is great. That can still move. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and do this on the side camera. Right, so it's easy to identify because it's the one that's got that orientation. What we need to do is we need to bob the end of it into them two just like that. Okay, right, so now we've done that one, we need to do the one at the other side. So let's have a look. Right, so if I do move that around. Okay, so try and get that closer to the camera than I can. Right, so we are putting the other one in, and this one is going to slot into that far one. Now this is the problem I've heard people having with it, naturally wants to come out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bob it in. And bob it in there. See, yeah, people are right. It just it does just want to come out. But and the other side's come out, but that's quite an easy. That's an easy fix, really. I don't know why I've just taken that clamp off there. Oops. I saw it at the other side and I'm thinking, oh, I've left the clamp on. Right. Okay. I'll put this further one in. That's probably why this one at this other side came out, is because I put that clamp on. Right, it's sort of on but not properly yet, but it will be when that clamp comes off. Okay, so that's that section done. The next what we need is we need C. So I'm going to go back to overhead camera. Okay, so I can bring the Spitfire like that. So the next one we've got this one with the cross shape pattern. Again, we're not gluing it, it's just going into place. Okay. Now that motor doesn't move because when I look at the pictures, yeah, it's a bit off. But I'm sure whatever that motor's for, which we don't get to find out in this issue, or these next set of 4 issues, it's a little bit unrevealing. Right, the next bit we need is this bit here. Now this is going to sit on, more or less clamp them motors into place. But we do need to make sure that this tab is, let's have a look. So it's saying the tab, right, okay. Right, so that tab's got to sit on top of there. Right, and that then needs screwing in with 2 times 4mm PM screws. Tell you one thing, it is very, very interesting how this is coming together. And I know I keep going on about it, but it's certainly, you know. Okay, and then we need another one. So right, let's have a look, because I'm looking at it, you see, from a different angle. Right, so I think, yeah, I've got the one in the right place, the first one. Because I'm looking at it from above, to me it's a completely different angle. Okay, and that is screwed into place. Right, now I can address the issue with that rod coming out. So switch cameras again. You know what, I'm quite enjoying this, funnily enough. I am, yeah, really quite enjoying this. Okay, right, so what we need to do is we're going to be locking that rod in place. So if I take the clamp off now, done its job. We're going to be fitting this bracket. just going to have the aircraft facing me slightly, just so I can gauge on what I'm doing. Why does it always happen to me that the screw always wants to fall off the screwdriver? And I wouldn't mind, I magnetised my screwdrivers before I started this. Stay on the edge of the screwdriver. Hey. Oh, the camera's going a little bit funny. Right, sorted itself out. Right, okay. So yeah, I'm still thinking that other motor is going to be for the rear wheel. All I want to do is get one screw in. And then that happens. I've got a screw lined up. It's not the best, but this is supposed to be the easy bit. Right, you stay in there. You hook. Right. There's a screw in and I'm happy, but I'm not happy because it hasn't gone all the way through. Right, that's one screw in. That feels better. That's two screws in and that's now in place. Them screws and that bracket were an absolute nightmare to line up. Right, so now that's done, we need to move on to the next step, which involves the overhead camera. I will happily oblige by doing that one. Right, I'm back. I do apologise. Basically, my camera decided to freeze and wouldn't work properly on me, so I've lost the footage basically of me putting this wire tidy clip here on, but that's basically what I did and that's what's being missed, so not a huge lot. So we're just going to put this cable down through here, just like that. Okay, right, so now what we need to do is we need the last part of this issue. I mean, it has been a It has been quite a intense issue, if you know what I mean, but yeah, is what it is at the end of the day. Right, so the next bit we need to do is we've got some fuselage pieces to put on. Now they're just going to simply go on just like that. So if I show you on the other camera, they're just going to go on like that, and then we need to screw these in. Now with caution, do check the instructions, which I'm just double checking now, because the bottom one wants to be put in with KM 2x3mm screws. So that's the screws at the bottom of this panel piece. Oh. Okay. Try again. The panel piece wants to sort of pop out at you. And if you hear a buzzing noise in the background, I've had to turn the fan on in here because it's really hot and humid. So that's the first screw into place on that side. Here comes the second. Okay, and that's that in place. Now what we need to do is we actually need to do the other side first. So again, got the other side panel. That's going to be dropped into place, and again using the KM screws, 2x3mm screws. Good thing is I'm still enjoying myself, and that's the main thing. Shouldn't be, if you're not enjoying yourself, then you've got to question yourself why you're doing it. We do get sent issues which, you know, can be problematic. Okay, and that one's now in place. Okay, so let's make sure we get the proper side of this. So this now wants moving around again, because it wants to be screwed in with 2x4mm PM screws from the top. And these are going to screw both panels into place. Right, not much to screw them in with. Just gonna double check that one. Okay, and that is it. That is issue 71 done. Wow. Oh, put that side of the engine back on, and that's it. That's issue 71 done. I put that piece back on when I have problems with the cameras, because when I have problems with cameras I have to shut down the computer and restart it all, so it is a bit of a nightmare when that happens, but it's in, it's done, and it's looking really nice. I'm just going to be interested to see now what that other motor's for. That is going to be very, very interesting what that's going to be for. So, but anyway, that is issue 71 done. Well, that was a fun lot of issues, everybody. Yeah, 71. Put it up there with some of them. But I really did enjoy it, because it challenges your skills, and that's what this is all about. It's making these things and challenging your skills as a builder and learning new skills as you go along. Definitely recommend clamps. They are just invaluable in stuff like this, making sure stuff's held on. But yeah, so we've got now the rudder control, we've got the rear aileron controls. It's now just what that third motor is actually for. And also, now we've put that panel on, there's not a lot of room to access that motor and put it to something. So again, I think that's going to be a little bit of a mystery, but we'll have to wait and see and find out what happens. But yeah, I'm really satisfied with that one. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now.